Let's bring in another former Lioness. Jordan Nobbs is with us on talkSPORT for this Women's Euros preview. Jordan, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Great to have you on. We're not 100% confident that England are going to win the Euros. We both think they'll go a long way in the tournament, but as for retaining it, both of us think it's just going to be a little bit too much. Where do you stand?
I'm still on the Lionesses getting to the final. I think with the quality they have, I do believe that they'll get far. I do think they can win it. I think you look at Serena, she's won with the Netherlands, won with England, World Cup, second in the World Cup, which probably people didn't think that they were maybe going to make. So I still believe that they can retain it with the quality of players that they have.
Even Jordan, I mean, I know tournament football's different, but you watched the game against Spain recently, obviously lost 2-1. It was a tight game and England first half were very strong, but I think you saw the quality of the Spanish team in the second half. Do you not just think that maybe depth-wise, quality-wise, this Spanish team, I had an interview with Frank Kirby, said every time you played Spain, you had to suffer. Do you not just think that they had that little bit of extra quality?
Obviously, they're one of the best teams in the world, but I do think when it comes to tournament football, it's about just one game. You saw Arsenal just beat Barcelona in the Champions League. I think it's just them moments. Of course, Spain are going to be one of the best. Germany again. Depends, I suppose, on what round that they face them if they get through the groups. But Spain will be tough. But I think, yeah, you still look at, is Bonmati going to be, fully fit in that squad? Hopefully, obviously, we want players like that playing in the tournament. But I still think that it comes down to that one game.
Let's go back to the group stage because it's a tough old group that England have got, isn't it? France have been really interesting with their selection. So Wendy Renard is missing. She's been basically dropped. The vice-captain, one of their influential midfielders, is out as well. It's almost like it's an unknown French squad that England are going to be facing at these Euros.
Yeah, I mean, Kenza Darley was one of them other players that are out. But I think you look at the changeover in squads now and, some of the experienced players are slowly leaving the national teams. So I think you look at the Lionesses as well. You could say that they've lost experience. And France are one of them. I think everyone goes, they have a team to win it. And then, they managed to get to semi-finals and never quite get over the edge. So it'll be interesting to see how they perform. Is it going to be a little fresh new start for them to get further than what they have done? And I think probably should have with the squad that they have.
And what about the Dutch? How do you rate them? Because there is a possibility England will not get out of the group, and we have to face that. Only the top two go through.
Yeah, the Netherlands, I think, as well, they're interesting because they change formation as well. We've seen them play with wing-backs, and sometimes that's really hard to deal with. But they've got their key players. I don't think they'll make that out the group with France and the Lionesses. That would be my go-to that are going to go through that group. But if Vivian Miedemar's on fire, then she will score goals for that team. But I don't see them pushing France or the Lionesses out of that group. Okay,
so we've got this far without mentioning Earps, Kirby, Bright not being with the England squads. I mean, listen, it's an old story now to a certain extent. It all happened a few weeks ago, but come the tournament, how much do you think that experience will be missed?
It's crucial. I think Tash will know as well. I think them experienced players you just can't take for granted. Whether that's the team bonding on and off the pitch or their experience coming on. I think Mary's obviously the main one. I think if you don't have a second goalkeeper that's got that experience, it's a huge loss. And Frank Kirby was a bit of a surprise one for me because she does score goals and tournaments are kind of always Frank Kirby's thing. She plays in tournaments, she scores goals, and she does really well for the Lionesses. So Ella Toon hopefully can kind of slot into that role. You've seen her score goals. But it's key players. It's key players for the Lionesses. But, they've just beaten Jamaica 7-0, which, they should be beating a team like that. But I think, they will be missing them big players.
And Jordan, I think you'll probably know more than me. It's been a while since I played for England. But with those kind of personalities, they look like a happy camp. The squad looks really tight. They look in a good place. But when we talk about your Millies, your Earps, Fran Kirby's, not just on the pitch, but how much will those players be missed, like off the pitch, and that experience being in and around camp. Sometimes that can win you tournaments in itself as well.
Yeah, and I think it can go one way or the other. You can do well in the tournament without them players and go, oh, we picked the youth and, look how well we did. Or if something goes wrong, I think all eyes will be on some of the players that aren't there and who are missing. So you'll look at the likes of Lucy Bronze, obviously Leah being captain, of kind of handling that experience. And I think when it comes to tournament football, everyone's raring to go. Everyone wants a shirt and everyone's super competitive. So I think that'll still be always the mentality in the Lioness camp, which is why they've done so well in the last 2 major tournaments.
I was so relieved to see Lauren James come on at the weekend. Let me just tell everybody, if you didn't see the game, she came on in the 63rd minute. First minute of that appearance, she backpedaled into space to receive the ball, turned as she received it, immediately sent it on to Beth Mead, who crossed into the middle. And they were playing catch-up. It completely disrupted the opponent. 66 minutes, so she'd been on 3 minutes. She curled in a delicate teasing cross. It was a lovely ball. And then 7 minutes into her appearance, she set up Rousseau's goal with a great cross. I mean, that's in 7 minutes, coming on as a sub, having not played since April. She suddenly starts games for England at this tournament. She could end up being the player of the tournament, Jordan.
Yeah, I think we all know her quality: left foot, right foot, strength, dribble, her shots as well. She is just a top talent that'll be a future star. And I think, like you said, her coming on and showing her quality in such a short space of time, she'll be key. And I think she's also key because you can play her in the 10 role, or you can even put her out wide, I think, if you need that versatility. But she's going to be a key player that, hopefully Serena can get her on the pitch as much as possible. And she'll be a player that we keep talking about, I think, for this tournament.
Does she start for you?
Yeah, 100%. I think depending on the game and how attacking teams are, I would like to see her in the middle of the park, going and getting on that ball and getting in them 10 pockets, a bit like the cross for Rousseau to score that goal. But I think depending on maybe like a Wales, you could put her out wide to just get past the full back and get some balls in the box. I think, she can play in both positions quite well.
So what's your lineup up front? Lauren James just behind Rousseau, and who's out wide?
Yeah, I'm going with probably a bit similar to Jamaica: Lauren Hemp, Rousseau, Beth, and then you maybe flipping between Lauren James and Beth, and whether that's, I think you'd go with still a little bit of experience of the Kira, the Georgia Stanway, and Ella Toon if you're picking between them.
Yeah, it's these are difficult decisions for Serena. Yeah. I mean,
nice
we're just
headache.
talking about it. The thing with Beth Mead is that the pass for the winner in the Champions League final was out of this world. Okay, I just thought it was truly world class. That was from a central position. So we've got another player. I've been saying that I'm really gutted that Fran Kirby's not at this tournament because I'm a massive Fran Kirby fan. But you look at the creative players that England have got, and I kind of understand it from Serena's point of view. Just wish it wasn't Fran. But Beth Mead doing that in a Champions League final against Barcelona shows that she has the absolute quality. She showed it in the last Euros anyway, but she's still got it.
Yeah, Beth has a not just your typical run down the line winger. I think Beth is good at the game of coming inside and creating, whether she chops in on her left and shoots or goes down the line. And I think she's quite a go-to player for Serena. She's always given a really good quality performance, and she is someone that can put a cross in the box with good delivery and score goals. So it's so tough because I think whatever lineup you pick, it's going to be a really good lineup, and then it's just about who performs and keeps their shirt. Because if not, I think there's someone off the bench that can come straight in.
Jordan, you're going to be doing post-England game phone-ins with Darren Bent, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that as well.
Absolutely.
We'll be in Switzerland listening to those. Might even call in. If you'll take the call. Jordan, thanks very much. Really appreciate it.
Nice to see you, mate.
Thank you. You too.
Former Lioness, Arsenal legend Jordan Nobbs, who will be with Darren Bent for the phone-ins after the Lionesses games at these Euros on talkSPORT.